Hey, good morning, guys. I'm driving through Spokane, Washington. I'm on my way back home. I was up in Pondere County fishing for a couple days, visiting with my parents. Sorry, I can't look at the chat, guys. I just thought I'd do a little hour stream or something on this my little road trip here. I got a 4-hour drive ahead of me. I've already been driving for about an hour and a half. Thank you guys for joining me. Kind of a gloomy looking day here in Spokane. Got a lot of fog. Man, these roads are bad in Spokane. Always have been. Oh, thanks for coming in, Dolly. Alive, what's going on? Gavin, good to see you, brother. Yeah, so basically my fishing trip was 2 half-dead kokanee salmon and about a 7-inch smallmouth bass, but hey, it wasn't a skunk. Yeah, I probably won't be fishing for a few days. Oh, great. We're doing construction on Monroe. They're always doing construction in Spokane. Never ends. Thanks a lot, Dolly. I appreciate that. I should cut over and get on one of the one-ways. Too late now. I'm at the Monroe Street Bridge. I got to get in that other lane though. I know that. I'll let this guy get ahead of me because I got to get over in that right lane. Hey, John P., what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Downtown Spokane here. Got some pretty architecture. That's the Spokane Times building right there. That is a real, or excuse me, Spokane Review. Came out this way, right, 2 lanes. Yeah, when I drove into Spokane this morning, I'm like, wow, there's hardly any traffic. I forgot it's Saturday morning. Wow, this is new. Man, note to self, don't ever do this during rush hour traffic. This stop sign, you would never get out of there. Yeah, I'm lucky it's Saturday. You know, I only come to Spokane once every few years, and every time I do, everything's just changed around so much. It's just absolutely amazing. Now we're out on the freeway. Appreciate you guys all swinging by on this Saturday morning. I hope everybody's having a beautiful Saturday. I just fueled up with gas, so we shouldn't have to stop. I should have enough fuel to make it all the way home. Hey, Cindy. Brother Matty, what's going on, dude? We're on the road trip home. Fog lets up. It's kind of weird that it's foggy because the wind's blowing. You would think that it would have blown it away. Can't see nothing because of the fog. That kind of sucks. Doing about 7 miles an hour under the speed limit because it's foggy. Today, probably because of the fog. Oh, he's getting somebody in the other direction. I'm glad I was doing under the speed limit. Yeah, I had a good visit with the folks and got to see some beautiful country up there. That's, you know, where I went to high school, raised my family up there with my first wife. And man, the homeless people have moved in there, and squatters, and I mean, it's just, they've absolutely destroyed that town. And I kind of came to the conclusion that you know, I'm still kind of on the fence about retiring there or retiring in Idaho, and this trip just solidified it in stone. I'm not going back home. It's you know, the first day of it, it was so good. It felt so good to be home. And then after seeing all the squatters and the homeless, they've absolutely destroyed that area. I can't believe the locals let it happen. You know, 30 years ago when I was living up there, the guys I was hanging out with and working with, we would have never allowed that to happen, ever. Yeah, even where I'm living at up on Blewett Pass, I had two of those beat up piece of crap motorhomes pull in right in front of my house across the street at 3 o'clock in the morning. And then they proceeded to make all kinds of noise and just total disrespect for the neighborhood. We have a private residential neighborhood, a gated community or nothing, but it's all private. And those guys made all kinds of noise. They woke us up, woke my dogs up. So at daylight, which was about 5:30, everything went quiet, and they all went to sleep then. So I pulled my car down the end of the driveway, right across the road from their, right across the street, about 25 feet from their motorhomes, and I started hitting the panic alarm on my car. And I did that every 15 minutes. Until those people, took about an hour, they woke up and they came out. And as soon as I seen them outside their motorhomes, I headed right down there and I asked them, who are you people and where are you from? And they said, well, we're just having some vehicle problems. And I go, well, this is a private neighborhood and you're not setting up shop across from my house. And then a couple other neighbors came around and basically told them the same thing. And so we had, thankfully, our entire neighborhood kind of joined together, and they were walking by, asking them what they were doing there, taking pictures, and the next day they left. And everybody that talked to them told me, you're not staying here, we'll have your vehicles towed. And they left. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, because you know, some of the people are really down and out, but some of them are just taking advantage of the system and looking for a free handout. This little lake here next to me, it used to be a huge and I think don't know, there still might be, I think the Native Americans still have fishing rights in that lake too. So they can pretty much fish it anytime they want, which I'm totally good with. It was theirs in the first place. Yeah, I'm glad that fog's out now. Sorry if I miss anybody in chat. We're doing 70 miles an hour, and I want to keep my eyes on the road. That's the speed limit on this, on I-90, 70 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour for trucks. Yeah, there's a hell of a side wind, so you can see all the vehicles. That truck was just on the center lane. The guy in front of me, he was on the shoulder, and I felt it too. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a pretty nice day. I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Daisy May, Lucy, good to see you, Lucy. I hope you're having a good day. Daisy May, I hope your Saturday's wonderful. I really appreciate you, Lucy, posting my channel out. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You know, I see you guys doing that stuff for other channels, and Nikki Lee does it. I mean, Daisy May does it. A lot of you guys do it. Manny, giving everybody wrenches, sharing everybody's channels out. That's pretty cool, man. I love that with this community. We're on a pretty decent stretch of road here. Yeah, you can see they had a fire rip through out here. There's a lot of dead, burn-up standing timber. Sorry if I'm missing you guys in chat. think the next town I come up on is, it's either Sprague or Ritzville. I'm going to be stopping at Ritzville and grabbing a bite to eat. I was going to try to make it till at least 11 so I can get a cheeseburger somewhere, but that's not going to happen. Yeah, I appreciate you guys all stopping in on your Saturday. My dogs are going to be so happy to see me. They haven't seen me for a couple days. Man, that sun sure feels good coming through the side of the car, through the window, warming me right up. Yeah, there used to be in all these little towns along I-90 here. Almost every one of these towns had a diner or two out of really good, most of them were really good food. But since COVID, I mean, COVID just wiped out a lot of small businesses in this state. It's kind of a bummer because some of my favorite restaurants are shut down. Going on up here. I'll let this guy get over. Yeah, back in the day, I would have never let that guy in. I'd have busted a move, but you know what? Life's too short. Too short to sweat the small stuff. Well, there's another Johnny Law. That's why everybody was slowing down. State Patrol right there. Just going to stay up with the flow of traffic. Is that it? Yes, it is. Good morning, Adele. How you doing, sweetheart? I'm sure I missed some people. I apologize. Man, that lane sucks. All beat up from the trucks. Good to see you, Adele. I hope everything's going good in your life. you're still seeing that, gentlemen, I hope you guys are doing well. If not, I'm terribly sorry I brought it up. It is a gorgeous day. Oh, I guess I was wrong. That was part of Four Lakes fish traps up here. I usually don't go this way. I usually take Highway 2, but I don't have any service the entire way. So I thought I would go this way so I could do some streams. Yeah, I can feel the wind bumping this Jeep around. Yeah, so this is Fish Trap, the Little Lake Fish Trap. That other one back there that I thought was is actually Four Lakes. I see a bunch of swans out there. Yeah, I think they're swans or snow geese, one or the other. I can't tell the difference. Yeah, this is what I'm going to be looking at for the next 3 hours. Just, this is what they call the Scablands, and it's just, you know, you'll see some rolling hills like this, but this is what it looks like all the way through central Washington. And this flat land is, all it is lava flow on top of lava flow. When Mount St. Helens blew in this area through here to Moses Lake, they got like between 14 and 16 inches of ash, volcanic ash. And if you look like right here to the left, you'll see like a little berm. See right there where it's about 4 feet high, and now it'll run for about a 1/4 mile. That's ash that was built up on the road, and they just pushed everything to the center. Now the farmers, they found out after that ash drop that it was some of the best fertilizer on the planet. So the farmers took a lot of it. They allowed them to come in and remove it from the center of the road. And like here, every one of these berms you see, this is all volcanic ash. Yeah, Spokane got a foot. Yeah, if you guys want to see some an interesting part of Washington State's geological history, look up Mount St. Helens 1980 eruption. Pretty wild. And that guy that we were kind of traveling in the same area, this guy up there in that Ford diesel truck, and he's rolling coal now. He's probably 3/4 of a mile ahead of me now, so he's doing over 80. Yeah, this exit right here, the Steptoe exit, you get on that exit, you head east for about, I don't know, an hour. And you come to this, I can't remember the name of it, but there's a ghost town. Me and my wife, we used to go all over Washington State hitting ghost towns. And that's some pretty cool stuff, man. I think it's called Revere, I'm not sure though. Yeah, most of these lava flows are basalt. Yeah, see Spokane, or excuse me, Seattle's 242 miles from here. Wind is really blowing. Yeah, so these rest areas the state has in on the major interstates, they're about every between every, I'd have to say 60 to 70 miles. And they're really nice facilities. They maintain them every day. But they don't have them they got a few on the highways, but not very many. But on the interstates, they have rest areas, like I said, between every 50 and 70 miles. That lake we're looking at right there on the kind of on the left side, that's called Sprague Lake. That's a big lake right there. I've never fished it. I'm not sure what's in it, but it's a good sized lake. It's probably, I don't know, probably 8-9 miles long, and at its widest point it's probably a mile wide. What Sprague Lake is one of the old ancient channels of the Columbia River. The Columbia had almost like a delta where it ran through Washington State at one time. I wouldn't say a delta, but it has many channels. Some of them still have water in them, some of them don't. Oh man, this looks like a disaster waiting to happen. That guy's mattress up on top of his Suburban. See how it's all bowed up in the front end? It just keeps pulling on that strap. Yeah, he's going to lose that mattress. I bet that's knocking the hell out of his gas mileage too, with that big windbreak on top. Yeah, he can lose that mattress. Yeah, this Sprague Lake, it's still going. It's got islands out in the middle of it. It's actually, I think it's pushing, in its deepest spot, I think it's pushing 150 feet deep. Maybe one of these days I'll go try fly fishing at, because there is no kind of vegetation around it whatsoever. I mean, right here, this little, they got a little RV park here. But, backtrack, what's going on? Yoda, what's up? Kane, okay, Jeff Kane. Sorry about that. I didn't look at the whole title there. What's up, Jeff? Hey, Shelly, what's going on? Thanks for stopping in. It's kind of a boring road trip because there's really nothing to see. It's just going across vast flatlands. Washington State kind of has a interesting history with the volcanoes and the last ice age we had. There was a lake called Lake Missoula over in Montana. It had a huge ice dam when they at the end of the last ice age, and that ice dam broke and it swept across central Idaho, southern Idaho, and Washington State, and it totally changed the landscape. And if you look at this from the air, it looks like a sandbar that you would see in a river or a stream with all the little ripples in it. From the air, that's what these flatlands look like. Most of this is cattle range out here, but anywhere it's like real nice and flat, it's pretty much wheat. They grow sunflower seeds out here. I can't remember what else they grow. It's actually pretty versatile land. I don't think they do flax out here, but they do a lot of flax in the Midwest. But you can see that one green field right there. That's what they call spring wheat. It turns green just before the snow falls. Kind of weird. I think you guys have been seeing some of the silos, grain silos. Going pretty good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, instead of going through Wenatchee and Quincy Way, I'm going to go ahead and drive all the way to Cle Elum and then head over the backside of I-90 and show you guys the devastation from the fires. I probably won't be able to live stream it once I head up the pass, but when I get up there, I'll take some video and some pictures, and I'll post it later. But I'm kind of curious myself. I haven't been over it. I just want to take a look-see. Hopefully it didn't burn where I fish. I kind of want to look and see how much water's in that river anyway. The river's closed, but I want to check it out. Mainly for the fire damage. And by then, it's 9:44 now. By then, it'll be at least 11. And I should be able to get a cheeseburger. It's warmed up quite a bit. This morning when I left my folks' house, it was 28 degrees Fahrenheit, and right now it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit. And that sun feels really good. Yeah, that wind is just blowing this Jeep all over the place, so I kind of want to keep my eyes on the road, folks. Sorry. Thanks for you guys stopping in, though. Yeah, this always reminds me of Montana or Nevada. More Nevada, because Nevada's more scablands like this. I see a lot of range cattle out here. Well, it's not open range, it's fenced range, but there's a lot of cattle out here. Yeah, you know, when I first started my channel out, it was a muzzleloader channel, all about black powder firearms. And man, that's a tough one to get into. I wanted to do something on YouTube, and I wanted to share my hobbies. But that community with the black powder community, there's a lot of big name sponsors. You know, CDA. A lot of those big channels are sponsored by manufacturers of firearms and powder and black powder cartridges and such. Well, they're pretty tight knit group, and I never could break 200 subscribers. And so I started sharing up my other hobbies like rock hounding and survival stuff. And then I had a lot of stuff on my I'm gonna wait and eat. I'm not gonna eat here. They don't have much of a variety. But my channel was just like stagnant for just over 2 years. And then when I retired, it's like, you know what, I'm gonna for that, with all my tactical rifles, you know, contemporary stuff, AR-15, stuff like that. They were kind of cracking down on that stuff, and survival gear. You know, if you went too far into it, like I was going too far with for wound dressings and stuff like that, and I got a couple of my videos taken down. I didn't have enough to live stream at the time, and so basically I just kind of got rid of all that stuff on my channel, and I still do a little bit of stuff on muzzle loading. I should take the prepper thing off my channel name because I still do a little bit, I guess, canning and dehydrating food, smoking meat, stuff like that. That's probably okay, I leave that. But I took all the the prepping stuff, basically anything, the paramilitary stuff. I got rid of all that stuff. And now I'm just pretty much focusing on fishing, fly fishing. Once I got into fly fishing, it was all over but the crying. I don't even pack my other rods anymore. I don't need to get a 2-pole endorsement because I'm only fly fishing. That's it. Yeah, Moses Lake's about 40 miles. That'll be about right. like I said, this goes on for hours, man. So if you guys, are going to bail, I mean, this is going to be a boring drive. I totally understand. I just appreciate you guys coming in and giving me a like. That's awesome. This is a long, long drive. I'm just so happy I'm traveling on a Saturday morning because, as you can see, there is no traffic. Well, there is a little bit, but nothing like if it was Sunday and I was driving back, there'd be all kinds of cars. You wouldn't believe it. Yeah, I'm gonna miss the state when we move. We've already got a second highest cost of living in the United States, and we have a huge state deficit. And our new governor's talking about imposing a income tax now. So hopefully, if they don't tax retirements and Social Security, we're going to stay. But if they tax Social Security and my pension, we're leaving. Yeah, we got the second highest cost of living. We paid the highest prices for gas, what they call sin tax on tobacco and liquor, and we pay the highest on that. Well, actually, I think New Jersey's got us beat. I think New Jersey has the highest tobacco tax in the nation. And the sad part is the more and more our governor keeps imposing the taxes on us, more people are going to be leaving. So the deficit's just going to keep going up. Okay, sorry guys, enough about that. I was trying not to be political. So if I remember right, you guys might want to check it out. Maddie might be tying No Frills No Mercy might be tying flies tonight. If he's tying flies tonight, I'm gonna I'll stop the stream when he gets close to his start time. Oh, you canceled? Yeah, after this little fishing trip deal and going to see my mom and dad. Like I said, it's going to be a few days before I go fishing again. And there's several lakes around my, well, within 2 hours of where I live that are open all year. The Columbia's open all year. But all the parks, the good access to the river and to that lagoon where I caught the smallmouth, that's all closed. Now I can walk down in there, but it's going to be over a 2-mile walk. And it's almost downhill the whole way and almost uphill on the return. So I probably won't be going to Daroga. And they don't plow it in the wintertime, so once it's snowy, that uphill walks, you're going to be breaking trail. So I can definitely say I'm not going to be fishing there once the snow flies. I think I'm good now on the service. Whoa, that wind, holy shit. And I was looking at my phone. No more looking at the phone. It's always a side wind here though, all the time, because right now I-90's running north and south right now. So that means once I start heading west, when I get down the road here, oh, it'll be around Vantage is when you turn and start heading east to west. Yeah, like I always say, you guys, you want to post any other channels you know are cool channels. I trust all my mods. You want to post any of the links for your latest videos or shorts or whatever, or any upcoming streams, feel free to post those links. I encourage it. Well, I am a grandpa. Oh, that's good shit, man. Hey, it's all good, man. You guys can razz me all you want on my channel. It's all good. Anyone I'm on your channel. I got a really good sense of humor. I can take it. I got thick skin. Yeah, this big berm right here on the left side of me, that's all volcanic ash. when St. Helens Blue had dumped all that ash, the wheat farmers, well, all the farmers in this area were just freaking out, man, until they had a chance to do samples on it. Because at first they didn't know, if it was going to be a good thing or a bad thing. It could have been super highly acidic, sulfur impregnated ash, but it turned out to just be some awesome fertilizer. In the following spring, we had bumper crops of every crop they grew in this area. It was just amazing. Yeah, you guys say whatever you want here. We cuss on my channel. It's for adults only. No religion, no politics. I mean, we can make comment, no porn at all. Yeah, I follow a couple channels. They're mainly, they're not fishing channels, they're talk channels, kind of chat channels, open discussion type stuff, and a couple of ones that I know of got porn bombed. Oh, man. Castle of Thousand Studio. Huh. Probably hauling all their costumes and stuff. They're probably going to go do a play somewhere. Yes, be respectful to other channels. Absolutely, Maddie. When I usually come in to a channel, even a channel I've been to 100 times, I just kind of test the waters, and see where the conversation's at, and that kind of stuff. And just kind of blend in, and like Maddie said, be respectful of other channels. Don't troll people, and everything's gonna be good, right? Everybody's happy at the end of the day. Yeah, you can see all the spring wheat, all those green fields, that's spring wheat. I don't know why they call it spring wheat when it's fall and it turns green. I don't think they're going to be able to harvest it. No, I know they're not, because the soil's too soft. That's one thing I don't know anything about is wheat. I know, like Quincy, it's up the road here a ways. Its big cash crop is potatoes and corn, and let's see, what else do they grow there? Yeah, I guess that's the mainstays. I guess they do some mustard seed, stuff like that too. But the corn they have, they got a 90-day corn and they got a 120-day corn. And the 120-day corn is so sweet and so good you wouldn't believe it. That's the corn that's a big thing here in this valley. In the Wenatchee Valley is that Quincy corn. Yep. You know, and that's one thing that bummed me out too when I was up home fishing. I was up checking out some small streams and some good-sized creeks, and they were all closed. I just wanted to take a look at them and see if it was somewhere I wanted to fish in the future. And it was garbage everywhere I went, from where squatters and homeless people camp during the summer. They're all leaving now because winter's coming, but they leave all their garbage behind them. And it's just, it ruins some of the most beautiful areas that I used to love to go. Man, I can't believe how many Idaho plates I've seen traveling west. Yeah, they raised our fishing license 38%, but they still haven't told us what the new fee's going to be. We calculated it out, and we know what it's going to be, but they have an announcement, so I got a feeling they might bump it up a little more. I think they're kind of seeing how many, because several guys I know that used to hunt and fish, they made the choice where they're only going to do one or the other. So they're going to lose revenue there, you know, because most of the guys that, like me, you get a hunting license, deer tag, fishing license, but it's so expensive now. It's, you know, if you're on a fixed income, it's, you got to make some choices. Well, yeah, in the state of Washington, I can't just go buy a small game license and hunt rabbit, squirrel, and grouse. I have to buy a package deal. So you have to buy two big game tags. So you're looking at $175, $200, and you got to buy either deer and an elk, or an elk and a bear deer. You know, it's just, I don't like it. I remember when we first moved up here from California, you could buy a hunting license and a deer tag for $25. Or you could just buy a hunting license for, I think it was $10 for a hunting license and $15 for a deer tag. And with the small game, you know, you could hunt rabbit and squirrel, grouse. I can't even buy a small game license because I'd love to hunt rabbit, grouse, and squirrel, but I'm not buying the big game tags on top of that. up guy? You want me to right your blind spot? There you go. Burger joint here. Porterhouse Steakhouse. Now all I see is chains. I refuse to eat at McDonald's unless I'm dying. What's that? Bud's Cafe. They're serving breakfast still. I don't think I'm going to stop here and eat. I'm not that hungry. Slow down. I forgot it's 65 through here. Now we're back up to 70. Yeah, when I stop up here, I'll get caught up on chat, guys. I apologize. Wow, that's new. That's new. What is that? That is... not sure. It's some kind of church, some kind of religious temple, but I don't know what kind. I don't see any kind of lettering or any insignias or anything like that. But that's definitely new. got converted to a, yeah, it's a taco stand now. Used to be a good burger joint there. I'm probably really good tacos though. I love tacos. I'm just not in the mood for one. This is Moses Lake here. This is a huge lake. And it's open all year too. You see all the guys fishing right there. Yeah, they got, well, they had the state record crappie there, but I think Potholes Lake, which is about 20 miles from here, has it now. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I was wrong. Here's where the little burger joint was, and it's boarded up. COVID took a lot of good little burger joints out. Took a lot of taco stands out too, but the Mexican food's coming back pretty good. And I absolutely, that's my favorite food, is Mexican food. No, I'm not going fishing, Doug. I'm going back home from the fishing trip. I just thought I would do a live stream here across half the state of Washington, but as you can see how flat it is, hardly any trees. That's pretty much what it's going to be for probably another hour, hour and a half. No, I'm not going to do any fishing today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of, it's not much longer, probably a half hour longer the way I'm going to go. And I want to come up over the backside of the pass I live on. And I don't think I might have cell service right at the top of the pass, but I want to take some video of the damage that was done by the forest fire. I don't know if you can see those mountains. Let's see right there, those snow-capped mountains. That's Stewart Range. That's where I live. I live below those mountains on the east slope. And I can see that they got. The wife said the whole time I was gone, it was raining. And the Stewart Range gets, this time of year, it's snow up there. So it's going to be cold up at my house. Alright, Backtrack, thanks for hanging out, man. Sorry guys, I'm lacking on the chat. I'm just trying to make time. Sorry, dude. Yeah, it looks like they got a lot of snow up in the Cascades. Yeah, it's just some pretty boring landscape right now. by. Thanks, Doug. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm just trying to make some time here. I don't see anybody's watching anyway. Don't blame me, guys. I appreciate everybody that came in, though. Thank you. normally that's the exit I would take and go through Wenatchee and Cashmere and all that to get up to my place. But I'm going to kind of go. This way's just slightly longer, but I want to see what them fires did. So we're coming up to the little town of George, Washington. And then about, I don't know, 6-7 miles here from George, maybe even closer, there's a concert venue called the Gorge. And they have big outdoor concerts there and stuff during the summertime. But it's expensive nowadays. Like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, the first time me and my wife went there and she'd seen them before I had. Went and seen the Dave Matthews Band. It was, I think it was like, tickets were 30 bucks. Now they're 125 bucks. Over here on the right side of me, all these berms on the right, that's all volcanic ash from Mount St. Helens. See those little foothill mountains up there in front of me? Those are lava flows. Yeah, Washington and Oregon and Northern California, they have quite the volcanic history to the states. Thanks for stopping back in. Well, we're starting to get to some hills now. But still a lot of this. A lot of flat. What we're doing now is we're kind of going down into where the Columbia River is. They call this the Gorge. Let's Columbia Gorge. It's not really a gorge. To me, a gorge has vertical walls to it. So you got any big plans for today, Lucy? I just can't wait to get home and unload this rig. Kick it on the couch with the dogs and Mama. Bumpy road. This area up here, this is called Horse Jump up here. I don't know why they call it that, but the Native Americans named it, and it's stuck. Wow, this road is really bumpy. Like it has an expansion joint every 25 feet. Yep, we're heading down into the Columbia Gorge now. Probably see over to the right of the screen the wind farm, all the windmills up there. Wow, there's some huge bumps in this road. There's the face of the lava flow, so you can see how long this Columbia's been running. For it to cut several hundred feet of pure basalt. The power of water for eroding mountains, I think it's a lot more than we think. It does a lot more erosion, especially if there's a lot of particulate in the water. Then it's acting just like sand in it. The first time you're ever here, the landscape's pretty breathtaking, but I've been living here now since 1976, so I'm kind of accustomed to it. Well, I guess I'm looking upriver, and I guess there is vertical cliffs that are probably, I'm going to guess they're pushing 500 feet high. 400, every bit of 400. Yeah, they call this Horse Jump Butte we're on right now. There's the Columbia River. down here is between two dams, between Rock Island Dam and between Priest Rapids Dam, and that body of water, the reservoir, is called Wanapum. Wanapum Reservoir. There's actually a few places to fish right down here by Vantage that I was thinking about trying out, because there's not a whole lot of vegetation or high banks along the riverside. Oh yeah, this bridge is beat to living crap, man. Wow. Nice. Looks like they're getting ready to pave it. Not soon enough. Damn. But mostly down here in lower Wanapum, these guys are fishing for sturgeon. It's a real popular spot for sturgeon. In fact, I might have to come down here and do that one of these days. Just throw a line out there, put a big old weight on it, and just see if let her sit out there while I'm fly fishing. That'd be a cool live stream. Sucks. Car problems. Sorry guys, I can't look at the chat right now. I will once we get up on top here. This is called Vantage. Heavenly Star, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm on my way home. I was way up in the northeastern part of the state. I'm on my way back home now to the center of the state, and it's like a 6-hour drive. man, that wind is just rocking. That's why they got the wind farm right there. It's always windy here. Yeah, those are massive structures. Looks like they're assembling one right there. I see a conventional crane. And here in about, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to Cle Elum. I think it's going to take about a half hour. So we're going to have a half hour more of this stuff. But we're going to be stopping at a little place called The Pines. It's a little burger joint, and I haven't ate there in about 8 years. So we're going to go in there and do a cheeseburger milkshake review. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Heavenly Star. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too, Lucy. Thanks for supporting my channel. I shall return the favor, dear. Yeah, it's one thing we have a lot of in the center of the state is wind farms. You know, people say they're an eyesore, but out here in the Scablands, it doesn't make a difference. There ain't nothing to look at anyway. This might be a state patrol coming up behind me. He's coming up fast. And it's a Ford. Looks like an Explorer, that's what they drive. And it's not. Cool. Last thing I need is a ticket. As long as there are cars passing me, I'm okay. Even though I'm doing 10 over the speed limit, there's guys going 15 over the speed limit. I'm doing 8. I might slow down a little bit. God, are we going to clear the blades? Kind of an optical there. Uh-oh, I gotta get past this guy. Right lane ends. Old lady? She guns it. What an old scrapper. Okay, they're right there in front of me. That is Mount Rainier. Oops, too much. Yep, there's Mount Rainier. A dormant volcano. So Ellensburg is 17 miles, and I think Cle Elum is another 9 or 10 miles past that. And that's my exit will be at Cle Elum. So yeah, I've been driving for 4.5 hours, and I got about another hour and a half of driving. So it's every bit a 6-hour drive. lava flows. You just barely see the peak of Mount Rainier sticking up. These lava flows right here. Rainier is probably 50, 60 miles away. And those lava flows are ancient from Mount Rainier. The last time she blew. Yeah, man, traffic is real light. It was kind of heavy around Moses Lake, and it'll pick back up here by Ellensburg. But really couldn't ask for better traveling. I just see no frills, no mercy. He's got his aquarium stream going. So you know what I think I'm going to do, guys? I think I might end this stream, and then once I pull in for a cheeseburger, I'll just let it run. It says 0, ain't nobody watching. I just don't want to take away from Maddie's channel. I mean, this is one of the most boring 4 hours of your life, going across some scablands. Coming up on Ellensburg. Oh, no, we're not. We're coming up on the 97 South Yakima turnoff. Takes you over Monastash Pass. I play some music because it's such a boring ride, but then I would get hit with copyright, and then I would lose all the views and the time. So I made that mistake one time, and I lost a 3-hour stream. Okay, so now we're coming up on Ellensburg. Bye-bye now. He's going a lot faster than me. But this is, anytime you come to one of these towns, it's a good place for State Patrol to sit and pop speeders. Building something out there. They got 3 conventional cranes out there, I see. Looks like maybe a juice machine too. I thought 25 miles. And then we'll be getting off I-90 onto Highway 97 and have a beautiful scenic drive as long as I have signal. No idea what they're building there, but it's going to be big, whatever it is. Yeah, see, all they got is main chain fast food, and I don't really care much for that stuff. I like the little mom and pop shops where they put their own little touch on things. Kind of weird. First time I've ever seen that. From Spokane to where I'm at right now, I've seen 4 coyotes that got hit on the highway, and I hardly ever see coyotes get hit. They're usually pretty smart and shy. Yeah, there's all kinds of little ponds here on both sides of the road, but it's all private property. crossing the Yakima River there. That's excellent fishing, but I think it might be closed. Not sure. guys, as you can see, we're moving pretty good right here. Traffic's flowing about 80 miles an hour. I definitely want to keep both hands on the wheel, my eyes on the road. I'm just staying up with the flow. Normally don't drive this fast, but man, they're driving fast today. That guy in that little silver car, man, he's been trying to pass that white thing for the last 10 miles. And he ain't moving out of this lane, which is, you're supposed to move out of this lane. It's just for faster traffic. But this guy is just being a dick. Later, asshole. There's signs about every 20 miles that say stay right except to pass. Sorry for my French. I apologize for not looking at the chat, guys. Man, that guy just gets right up on him. Got a nice view of the Cascades there. Hope you guys can see them. Steve Pollock, Barrel Buddy, what's going on, bro? Sorry, man. Yeah, we're freaking hauling ass here, man. I'm doing, well, I'm not gonna say how fast, but I'm going fast. And there's cars going a lot faster than me. Yeah, it's Saturday. So there's still real light traffic, really, for I-90. I-90 goes right across the center of the state. Hope you're having a good Saturday, Steve. Okay, so we're 3 miles away from the burger joint, and that's where I'm going to stop and do a burger and chocolate milkshake review. Yeah, those snowy mountains you see right there, those are basically the foothills of the Cascades. may be. Right on, man. Yeah, I haven't ate yet today, and I'm getting pretty hungry. 11:30 is definitely time for old guy. I missed putting an ice cream hour this morning and rice with milk. Just Restaurant, yep, is right up here. And man, I hope it is open because I am hungry. If not, we're going to turn around and go back into town. I see lights on. I see a rig. There's not really a good spot to get off. That's not too bad. All my gear and stuff in the back is making all kinds of noise, but no parking, no parking. So they want us to park right up here. I'm not going in. Oh, it says order inside. Fantastico. They won't let me film inside. It says no video right there. So I'm going to run in and get my grub, and I shall be back. But I'm going to get caught up on chat first. Hey, Adele. Good to see you. I'm just going in here to order a burger, and then I'll probably pull up to the side over here and do a review on a cheeseburger and a chocolate milkshake. Be right back, guys. train. Well, guys, we had to change plans. I had a cheeseburger yesterday, and I haven't had fish and chips in so long. And they have a special dill sauce, and I guess their chips are going on. So I'm getting fish and chips instead. 2 orders, one for me, one for my wife. She can heat hers up in the oven when I get home. Yeah, pick me up something. Hey, what's up, Creek Seeker? And they gave me this little buzzer thing right here, my order, and it goes off when my shit's ready. I know we ain't Brits, but I haven't had fish and chips in so long. I've just been craving it. The only thing is I wish I had some vinegar. But that's maybe I could talk them. I wonder if they got any little packs of vinegar. I'll have to ask them. Pick me up something. I want ice cream. But I'm getting a chocolate shake and fish and chips. And man, I hope I am not disappointed. But in there, inside, it says, try our famous fish and chips and our famous dill sauce. We shall see. Yeah, I just had a cheeseburger yesterday, and like I said, I haven't had fish and chips in so long. And I ain't gonna be out anywhere on the peninsula in a long time to get them fresh out there. So you get what you get. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Yeah, they had all kinds of stuff. I mean, they got a pretty good sized menu. They got chicken, burgers, sandwiches, shakes, malts. Let's see what else they got. Oh, hot dogs, corn dogs, conies. All right, buddy. Thanks for stopping in, Steven. I appreciate you, brother. Charles Mallory, hello, sir. So, remember Lucy? How's it going, Lucy? I said I was going to get a cheeseburger and that. Nah. These guys, they got a big sign that says, try our famous fish and chips. I had a cheeseburger yesterday. I haven't had fish and chips in months. Probably 6-7 months. So, I went with 2 orders of fish and chips. One for the wife, one for me. She can heat hers up in the oven when I get home. So, it'll still be crispy. Charles Mallory, do you have a channel? I mean, a channel with content? Oh, looks like everybody left. Okay. Yeah, I might do let me do the review right here. This is what fish and chips is like in America. Let the games begin. I know it's going to be nothing compared to what they get in the UK. We get some pretty good fish and chips on the coast. But the coast is another 7 hours from here. And I'm not going there. We're heading north now. Yeah, they got a little bit of wind here going, but not too bad. Once we get up into the mountains, there should be zero wind. I just hope they do not overcook the fish. So if everything goes right, I should be home within the hour. But I might stop up on top if I got a good view of the fire damage and take some, do some video up there. And I think, if I remember it, I have service up there also. Thanks a lot, Gray Wolf. I appreciate you, man. I'm just waiting on my grub right now. Thanks for stopping by, friend. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 47 minutes, huh? Once I start heading up the pass, I'll lose you guys for a while, and then if I don't have service up on top of the pass for the video of the fire damage, I'll just make a couple little videos and then post them later this afternoon. Wow, they have a triple burger, 3/4 of a pound, 3 patties, and basically it's a deluxe cheeseburger. It's got mayo, mustard, relish, onions, lettuce, tomatoes. $20.20. It better feed 2 people. But that comes with fries. So you're looking for, I wouldn't be able to eat one by myself. I could barely eat a double, probably a single burger. Let's see, what's a single? A deluxe cheeseburger is $10.50. That's with fries. Savage Lee, what's going on? I appreciate it, man. Okay. There you go, bro. I got you a wrench, man. I remember you now. I appreciate you stopping by, bud. I'm just sitting here at this little cafe getting fish and chips. and a chocolate milkshake, and we're going to do a review of fish and chips in America. That's why I pulled up right here in front of this little place with the American flag there. And this is what fish and chips are like in the United States, at least one place. I hope they're good, man. I hope they don't burn the fish. If they do, I'm going to demand a refund, something different. Because the last time I got fish and chips about 5 miles down the road from this place, the fish was just toast. I mean, they just overcooked it to the max. And I'm going to check this before I walk out of here. But they said they got a big sign in there, try our famous fish and chips, so we'll see. Brother Matty. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I want to do a review. I'm going to stay right here with the American flag there and say, this is what fish and chips look like here. And like I said earlier, let the games begin, because I know there's going to be critics from the UK, and I totally expect it to be. And I know it's not going to be anywhere near the quality of what you would get in Scotland, because those fish you're eating in Scotland have probably only been out of the water for a couple days, and then they're going into the fryer or fresher. Oh, there goes the timer. That means it's ready. How do you turn it off? Well, I'll be back, guys. Okay, guys, let's see what we got to. The chocolate shake is nummy. Yeah, I know. That's what. Anytime I see it on TV, it's always served in day-old newspaper. But in America, they do it differently. Holy cow, these things are huge. And the fish is not overcooked. So it comes in this huge bag. I mean, there's looks like 3 pieces of fish, and looks like there might be air fry flies. Hey, Gavin. Yeah, I'm close to home. I'm not there yet, but I'm like 45 minutes from home right now. Thanks, I appreciate you, brother. So we got their famous sauce here, their famous dill sauce, which they make themselves, and then we have their famous fry sauce. I didn't even ask for vinegar. I want to try their stuff, and it looks pretty interesting. We're gonna try one of these fries right away. I love these type of air fry. Wow. Their fry sauce has a really nice smoky flavor to it. It's pretty incredible. I've never tasted any kind of sauce like that, fry sauce. That's funny. Her boyfriend just got out and walked straight in. She's standing there looking at the menu, and there's a big sign that says order inside. Oh, she's seen the sign. Everything is super hot. I got my wife fish and chips too. She absolutely loves them. Hey, what's going on, Doug? The fish is incredibly hot. I mean, like lava hot. Man, they give you so much, I can't believe it. The fish chips, they've got seasoning on them. Or the fish, I should say. There's one piece. There's 3 pieces, about that size. And I mean, just a colossal order of fries in here, man. I went with their, yep, they got a homemade tartar dill sauce. I got it instead of the vinegar. Normally I do vinegar. When I have fish and chips, I do balsamic vinegar. Maybe a couple fries dipped in the in ketchup. I got both their homemade fry sauce, which has got kind of a smoky flavor to it. It's really, really good. Never had anything like it for fry sauce. Okay, so we're going to break this cod open here. It is cod. Let's check it out here and see how they did. Oh, wow. Wow, the breading they put on there is so light and crunchy. And the flakes, I don't know if that's cod or not, but it damn sure ain't tilapia. It sure looks like cod. It's cod. It says it's cod. Wow, that's good stuff, man. I'm impressed. That's incredible, man. You can hear me crunching? Okay, man. I'm going to mute this then, bros. I was just going to ask that. Well, there it is. Sorry, I forgot I was on mute. Yep, I really appreciate you, Savage Lee. Um, I'm right there with you on that. I took all my videos down on that stuff because I kept getting warnings and stuff. And then a couple people reported me that were offended by the picture of a camouflage AR-15 platform. So I just took all that stuff down. And I still do my my black powder firearms and fishing, and that's pretty much it. All right, guys, I'm going to put this back on mute. Okay, guys, so far this is excellent. I'm so glad I stopped here. I'm so glad I went with the fish and chips instead of a cheeseburger. The fries are absolutely incredible. You can see they're the air fry type with the seasonings on them. They're super nice and crunchy. The fry sauce is delicious, and the fish is just really nice and crunchy. And the portion it's going to be all I can do to eat this. There's no way I'm going to be able to eat all the fries, but I'll eat the fish. All right, guys, I'm going to go back on mute so you don't have to hear me eat. Okay, sound's back on. Look at this, though. The nice big flakes in that cod. Yummy. I got it on mute so you guys don't have to listen to me crunch on it. It's super crispy. Um, but I'm so glad I stopped here, and I'm so glad I got fish and chips. And the milkshake is just incredible. And the flavors they have on their malts and shakes, they've got, what was it? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. They have 25 different flavors of milkshakes and malts. All right, guys, I'm going to take another big bite of this fish, so I'm muting it. Yeah, dude, this is so incredible, man. I can't believe it. I made the right choice. All right, I'm going back on mute. Going back in. So, nice big flake. It's just super flaky, really light. The breading is just what's so incredible to me. It's just so light and crunchy, and it's not heavy. It's not greasy. It's absolutely perfect. But I got 3 pieces of cod, and like I said, shit, a pound of fries, and I'll be able to eat 2 pieces of the cod and maybe a quarter of the fries. Back on mute, guys. Okay, I'm putting all this stuff away. I ate all I can eat, man. I might be able to eat some more when I get home with my wife. Oh, that was a good decision stopping here, man. Yeah, that was good, man. Oh, my wife's gonna be so happy. We have a place within 45 minutes to get fish and chips. Good ones, too. Alrighty. Back on the road, folks. Thank you guys for hanging out. Sorry about the mute. Thanks for saying something, Doug. I appreciate that. Last thing I wanted to do is sit here crunching my food while people are watching my stream. Hell yeah, buddy. Oh no, Maddie. Thanks for saying something, bro. Oh no, I gotta go back in town and get fuel. I'm almost out, well, I'm not almost out of gas. I've only got about 1/8 of a tank. Man, I'm so happy you said something, brother. Oh, I would have got home and been sitting on empty. Damn it, man. Thanks for saying something, brother. Remembered everything but getting gas. I was so hungry. So yeah, it's just a little ways in here to town, and I'll stop at the gas station. Maddie saves the day. Hey Paul, what's going on? We just got done doing a review on fish and chips, and I give the fish and chips out of a 10. I'm gonna give them a 8.75 out of 10. Then with the chocolate milkshake and the fries, all of it combined, I'm giving it a solid, rock solid 10. It was awesome, man. And then I was just getting ready to start heading up the pass, and Maddie made the comment, all fueled up, ready to go, and I looked at my gas gauge and I got 1/8 of a tank. It's like, nope. So I had to drive back into town anyway and get fuel. Oh, I'm glad you said something, brother. That would have sucked. Especially if I didn't have enough to get home. Well, I would have had enough, because once it gets to your reserve light comes on, I got 50 miles after that. So I'll be right back. I'm going to fuel up. Oh, it's kind of wet out there. I think I'm sitting here. Yeah, I know a lot of people. My wife has some friends that, in fact, one of them is one of her clients and watches Maddie's channel. She never comments or anything. She'll give a like and she'll watch. I think she's in her early 90s, but she's got a big screen TV and she'll turn Maddie's aquarium on, and then she'll just put some music on or something real lightly, and she'll just, sit in her recliner and just relax and take care. And it's a lot of people love them. Yep. And some people like the bubble sound. It puts them to sleep. I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm hit and miss on it. I don't mind it when it's going, but like if I want to go to sleep, I would rather put a rainstorm on. They got a lot of channels that just put out that, different kinds of sounds for sleep. Yep, there are a lot of working time, aren't they, bro? I think it will, absolutely. Hey, in America, you see those people that are into goth and the people that have all the metal in their face and stuff and ink, they're into reptiles big time, man. I'm not kidding you, Paul. They're into reptiles. I'm telling you. When I was in high school, we had a couple goth kids, and man, they had iguanas and snakes and just all kinds of different lizards, and they were just so into reptiles, and then all their friends were into reptiles too. It's done. I'll be right back. I wanted a receipt, but as always, this place, they never put any paper in. I'm not going inside. It's too much of a pain. That's where I normally stop, over the Red Arrow. They make a pretty good burger, but man, you want to talk about, that's the place that messed up my fish and chips for my wife right there. Hey, Lucy. The fish and chips and fries and the fish and chips, I gave them an 8.75, but then with the point score on the chocolate shake, which is over 10, I think, they're homemade sauces, and I just went ahead and I'm giving that place a rock solid 10 for fish and chips and their shakes. Really good stuff. And the place is called The Pines. So if you're ever in Central Washington, a couple miles out of Cle Elum, and you want fish and chips, this is the place. They got really good burgers. I've eaten burgers here before, but I haven't had fish and chips in a long time, and man, I'm glad I tried them here, because that was a good call. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. about time to, a good meal like that, have a fag. Cigarette always tastes better after a meal, doesn't it? Oh, my wife's gonna love her fish and chips. She absolutely loves fish and chips, man. And we have some White's clam chowder at home. It's in a can, but it's probably the best clam chowder in a can, next to Ivar's. Ivar's is pretty good too. But what she likes to do when she has fish and chips is throw a can of that in there and warm some clam chowder up and dip her fish and chips in her clam chowder. It's one of her favorite things to do. I personally like what she does too. Fries dipped in your chocolate milkshake. Oh my goodness, that is great. That's kind of an American thing there. Thank you guys for hanging out, man. This live stream is probably only going to last about another 10-15 minutes. And once I get down here into the bottom on Squaw Creek, I'm going to lose reception. But that's about probably about 8-9 miles from here. I'll lose reception. And then, like I said, when I get on top of the pass, if I have reception up there, we'll be doing a little stream, just a short 5-10 minute stream. But right up here, a few miles up the road, the Teanaway River. I wish the Teanaway was open all year, but it's closed right now. I'm gonna, now that I'm a little more experienced working my fly rod, I'm gonna run I'll be running dry flies with tippets, and I can run, or droppers. I can run up to 2 droppers off my dry fly. And that's what I'm going to do. Of course, I'm going to have to tie them up beforehand because put the tippets on the dry fly because I have a heck of a time. And like right now, the end of my leader, the last 3 feet of my leader is 3 pound, and 3 pound leader, man, I can hardly even see it. Yeah, so we're crossing the Teanaway River right now. Oh, that Teanaway's got a lot of water in it now. It's totally up. I'll bet the summer run is running right now. That's usually how they do it. They close it for trout season about 2 weeks before the salmon run. And that thing is full of water now. When I was fishing there, it was super low. You were basically pocket fishing. Yeah, she's full up now. Next spring, I'm going to hit it. winter hours, Maddie? I took a quick peek at it there. I'm not going to do that again, though. Yeah, what a gorgeous day, man. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I'll have lots of good streams and videos this winter when we're getting hammered by snow. Don't do it, dude. Why'd you hesitate? You people or something else? You couldn't, there's nobody behind me. You couldn't have waited. And you sat there and hesitated. It's got to be an old person. Why you did that, man? You want to do 10 miles an hour? Oh yeah, she's old. Pull out in front of me and then do 10 miles an hour speed limit. So I'm just starting to see fire damage now. This is where it started, though. It's like right in this little valley, right at the north end of this valley. I can see back there. It doesn't look as devastating, but this, like I said, this is where it started. So about another 5 or 6 miles from here is where you're going to see some heavy damage. Yeah, you can see the top of that mountain burnt. Right there. It jumped the highway in several places. So, I'm probably going to be losing you guys in the next 5 minutes. I want to say thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate your support. This was a 3-hour, 20-something minute stream. Not too bad. And when it starts buffering and goes out, that will be the end of the stream. But I'm just going to go ahead and let it run so you guys can see some of this beautiful blue sky against this beautiful green timber. Or excuse me, other way around. Beautiful green timber against that beautiful blue sky. When I get home, Eddie, I'm going to turn your fish tank stream on, bro, and let her run. Yeah, last time I think I lost you guys right in, just past this place here. This little cafe here is pretty good. Liberty Cafe. It's pretty good. I've stopped in there when I was up here hunting and grabbed a burger or sandwich during the day. They got a pretty good burger. Absolutely, my brother. Yeah, I love this drive, man. I just absolutely love this drive. So I've been driving for a little over 6 hours today. Right around 6 hours. You guys can probably drive across the whole UK in 6 hours, huh? Okay, I will. I'll tell her, brother. Thanks a lot, Maddie. She's gonna love her fish and chips. I can't wait. I can't believe I got service. Yeah, I'm looking at the sky, and I'm glance at my phone once in a while, and the sky in the phone is way bluer than it actually is. That's kind of cool. And we got a line of cars, and I'm not going to try to bust a move in this passing lane because I actually think